record. All right, welcome everybody. It is time for our Thursday morning virtual coffee chat. I am so glad to have you here. Of course, if you are watching this on the replay, please give us a hashtag replay in the comments. And if you ever have a question that you'd like the community to talk about or to me to research, please send me a question in my messenger or put it in the invite for the chat. Send us a message or put it in the community. We'd love to try to answer any of your questions that you may have. All right, let's get our community introduced. Who do we have here this morning?
You have Maria Gertzen.
All right, Miss Maria, you're in Texas, right?
I am.
You are in Texas, and you are our Color Street nail expert.
Yes, ma'am. And I just advanced to my next level yesterday evening. And so I learned from this morning chat, you do what it takes. And so I did what it took. No matter if anybody else believed in what I believed in.
Right.
I believed in myself to know that even the product, you have different quotas to make throughout the month. Mm-hmm. And even if I had a vendor's event this past weekend, mm-hmm. and it wasn't very profitable, but you learn every time you go someplace. I learned now to check the reviews, mm-hmm. before, because a photographer had gotten in a match with the lady that was doing the car show with the one that was putting on the vendor's event. And the car show lady said, "You stole my idea." And it just gave it a bad review. So there wasn't that many people that it was said, but I learned. Yes. Yes. But I was so touched before we left by an elderly woman that had Parkinson's and says, "I can't do my nails anymore." And so I had a family member. I realized going like this to flex the hands will cause the shaking to stop. Mm-hmm. So I said, "Let me see your hands." And I was able to do just 2 fingers. I'm getting ready to do my own nails. 2 fingers, and I put it on. And I said, "Let me see your other hand." And the tears came down her face. And I looked at her and she said, "How did you get that to stop?" I said, "When you tell the nerve endings that they cannot shake because you have overextended your muscles or your tendons," I said, "they can't shake." And so I did her hands and she bought the same set. Oh. And the thing about it is I learned that you can do anything on anything. And it was so profound to me that she wanted to give me a $6 tip. And I said, "No way, ma'am. No way. You just take this home. You call me if you have any problems." And I said, "Then I'll help walk you through it." But it just touched me in such a personal way that it's a service. Yes. That I offer, not a service. Right. So I was we left at 2 hours early, but I was touched by that very last and only sale I had. So I have a big event coming up. My husband's going to go for replacement on his shoulder, and it's going to be a couple of different kind of months. So, right. I know we had somebody coming in who I don't see a picture. Who came in? Andrea. You don't have your camera or your audio on. So are you here? Can you hear us? I don't know where Andrea is. Poke your screen, Andrea. At the bottom right, it usually pops up video. And it says Wi-Fi or cellular. It normally asks you what you want to use, your Wi-Fi or cellular or to call in. So you have to tell it which way you want. But we're glad you're here and trying. Let us know. We can't wait to have you part of the conversation. So when you're at an event, Maria, how do you get people who don't make a sale?
to be involved? Do you have a giveaway that you do? Do you have a drawing for it? How do you get people's information that may be at the show? Do you give stuff away?
That's where I'm trying different things. So the very first one I did, I had a little tiny form that people would have to fill out. And of course, they're not willing to give you their information, and their press number, whether it be email, um, or trying to look them up on Facebook. They're really not willing to give that information.
Mm-hmm.
For a big 1 day event that we're going to have here, that's like 2 counties wide, I'm trying to think of a raffle to do, but I try to draw them in by some keywords. Let me show you.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of dry nail polish? Have you ever, and give them the benefits of that? No. Or I've had several people, first lady that came, she's used Color Street. She's going abroad. She works for the government. And so this is just easy for her to get on and look professional. So I'm still learning how to be able to get their information. I give them my card. Please join my VIP page. Please contact me in Messenger
Mm-hmm.
if I can help you through any of these problems. So I'm learning how to be able to extract and get that information, which should be one of the Thursday morning chats. How
Right.
do you extract
Oh,
information? I
well, I guess that's what we're talking about this morning.
get a
So,
pen and paper so I don't forget this. But
well, you always have the rerun, and we can talk about this, and then see what other people's ideas might be, what maybe what they do. So if we're having this conversation about giveaways and vendor events or any kind of how do you get people's information, and then what do you do when you get it? What are you doing with it? Are you building an email list? Are you building a text message tree? What are you how are you using the information? People don't want to give out their information anymore because they are harassed endlessly. Everybody wants to email you. And, even my emails, I end up with, hundreds a day from things I wanted and I signed up for. But once you get on a list, you have to unsubscribe to get off of people's lists. And sometimes you really don't want to be off their list, but you wish they wouldn't email every day.
um
But the best giveaways that some of the best giveaways that I can think of that people would give you their information for is what's in it for them. So if you are doing nails or whatever, that goes along with like a spa treatment. What if what if you found a spa that you could work with, that you could buy a gift certificate, and that way it's free promotion for them. Maybe they give you a discount on it. They're going to get a free customer by giving it away. And you have something that maybe somebody would want.
I have tried mystery sets. I've offered 10, 20, and $30 gift certificates, what I ended up using yesterday. And as I ordered yesterday, I ended up being a silver stylist, but my gift certificates, buy one, get one free.
But are those
Buy
for your own? Those are for your own products, right?
correct.
Okay. What I'm suggesting is maybe your giveaway isn't all your own product. You know, people are struggling right now to make ends meet with groceries, with gas. What in people's personal lives could you give them that they would be willing to give you that information? It's
Got it.
you
Now,
know I'm not saying that, different areas, different things will work, but people are struggling right now for, ways to make ends meet. So sometimes, what you are offering, they're awesome, they're fabulous, they're a great time saver, but they're also an extra that some people would look at and say, well, not this month. I'm running too tight this month. But if you could get their information, maybe, I don't know what's, if there's a grocery store or a gas station, or what vendors, what other businesses that serve the people in your area you could partner with or offer, along with maybe a set of nails so that they could try it, but that would entice them to give out the information. Candy
So
works well, having, give away little packets of candy with your card in it. Sometimes I've known people to do that, so that just people walking by, they make little baggies with a couple pieces of candy in their business card. Have you ever done that?
I have a business card that's a um 4x6. It has my all of the information on it, how to apply it. It also has a tester, we call it a toozy. So I hand that out. On the table was also candy. People stop by and snatch that. If they're interested, I will ask them if they have ever tried it. I also give them which cost me a rubber tipped cuticle pusher, or the one lady, she ended up getting a cuticle pusher and a glass nail file because it's actually better for your nails.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So those are the freebies that I give away out to vendors. But this struck up something else in my head. That's why I said I got to write it when I hear it the first time. And so a grocery certificate, the local ones are HEB. I also have run a contest on my site as to who is the most involved. And then they get a little goodie bag at the end of the month. Um, this month will be some samples, a little tiny plaque of Easter, and maybe a facial mask, or maybe a foot soak or something like that. Little things in a bag, and then I get that to her for local. And if they're not, then I mail it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Even mailed away free sets to. Do you remember Tamika?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm doing what it takes, but I just got to go an extra measure here, and so I'm willing to go the extra measure.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you for that idea. That's priceless.
Well, there's just different things you can do when you have so many people at a vendor event. They're having to take whatever little money and try to figure out what they want to buy. And so if you think about it from the customer's point of view, how can you serve them? So, having maybe a business card that isn't so big, or having a way that you can give out something and have them go to a landing page to fill it out. Sometimes people are really busy there, and when they're doing events, there's so much to see. Having something that they can register for maybe every month, make it where I'm just saying, landing pages, there's different services that have landing pages that you can make, and people go to it and they are wanting to, you're going to give away something. So what can you give away on a landing page, or what can you do monthly that would get people um to want to be a part, to give that information. So that's why sometimes partnering with other services where you're doing stuff together, they don't compete with you. If that makes any sense, a few people together where you all get everybody's information, but you partner to give away something better, something bigger, so that
A,
the cost isn't always all on you.
a landing pages.
A landing page is there's several different companies that offer them, and you've got like My Capture Page is a big one, but they can be a little who is it? I've got go to. Let me pull it up in Google. There's quite a few landing pages, and some of your email companies like GoWeber, AWeber, and MailChimp. MailChimp has a will have a landing page where you can design a landing page. It has a URL, and you advertise the URL for whatever giveaway or whatever you're offering, and then people go to it and fill out their name, whatever information you want. So let me put landing pages, landing page company.
Those boxes on the back porch for you to use if you want.
Okay, I mean, there's just so many. There's lead pages. There's, why can't I see the ones I've got? Best landing pages. Okay, here's Best Landing Page Builders 2023 on Google. Compare landing page builders. Okay, there's HubSpot. There is MailChimp, all-in-one marketing platform. MailChimp used to be just but they're now gone into the landing pages and everything, because people use the landing pages to get people's information from. And for anybody that has a company website, you need to always download or keep your customers off of the website in another place as well. Because if something happens to the company, their site goes down, something happens, you leave the company. Those are your customers. You always want to have your own system to email people. That's just my recommendation, because even though you have a website with the company, you need to make sure you are using your own. People buy because they like you. So you need to be emailing them outside of and from a different email than the company one. Because sometimes people see the company one and they won't even open it up. Getting in a habit of dripping on people, just saying, hey, just wanted to, it's Easter's coming up. I know people are busy. We've got a full plan here on Ranch Maria, and wanted to wish you a happy Easter. If with your holiday needs, if you need anything. Or did you see my Facebook post about the funny things that happened in town? See, with email, you can also boost your own Facebook posts. But it's hard to do when you have a company email, because they don't give you, I mean, every company's different. I don't know what they all do, and can you create your own emails within your company website?
No.
Okay. You need to be able to communicate with whoever has an email address in your company registry.
It's not hooked. All I do is I copy and then paste. I copy their email address when they order and then paste it into another.
Okay, so the company doesn't keep them?
Yes, they do. But I put it for my own I have an iPhone, so I put it in notes.
Okay. What I'm saying is you need to be building with an email company. You need to be building your own. A lot of them will do them free, up to 2,000 people. So up until you get 2,000 email addresses, you don't have to pay for anything. So we have Wix is another one. There's ClickFunnels, Duda, Constant Webflow, Moosend, GetResponse. That's one that I've used. GetResponse has landing pages. So they do really well. But it's about having a way to advertise something you're giving away with a URL to a landing page that invites people, so that it's not just at your vendor events, but you can put this landing page URL on cards and give them away as people are walking by. They may not come back, but if they have a piece of candy or a piece of paper with your information on it, they may look it up later.
Got it.
That any of that sound plausible? What does anybody else think of that? Hi, Deb. Somehow we lost the other girl. I think Andrea finally got her picture on here, but I lost her again. Is she still there? Well, she still is on, but she's not having her candy. And Marcy, are you there? There's Andrea. Hi, Miss Andrea. Now
yes, I'm here. I'm just muted because I'm getting something to eat.
Well, now that
I'm taking my medications.
New people, why don't you introduce yourself? You haven't been on our Zoom before.
What do you want to know?
Well, your name. Why don't you tell the people who you are and where you're at and what company are you with?
I'm Marcy Davis. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm with Usborne Books and More, but now called Paper Pie. They rebranded.
Usborne changed their name?
Yep.
Oh my God, I hadn't heard that one.
Yep.
Okay.
They rebranded. So.
Well, I'm a big Usborne buyer. I have grandbaby, and I've bought a lot of Usborne over the years. We bought him his first reading library for Christmas.
Yeah, I started with the company when my youngest was in kindergarten, so that was like 28 years ago, and as a hobby, and now I'm looking at it more as a business.
All right, very good. All right, Miss Anne, tell us about you.
Hi, my name is Camelia, and I'm passionate about jewelries. I'm a handmade jewelry designer. Now I'm starting to transform my hobby in a business.
Okay.
I created a logo for my brand. My brand is called Vintage Ladies and Gents.
Wow.
And yeah, I entered here because I want to get inspiration. How can I promote my jewelries? And it's really helping me.
Very good.
This Zoom.
Where are you located? Are you in the U.S.?
Now I'm in Europe, in Vienna, Austria.
Okay. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. All right, Miss Deb, tell us about you.
I'm Deb. I'm in a new house in Madison Lake, Minnesota. Just moved in completely last week.
Okay.
And enjoying it so far. I'm an Avon representative for 12 years and loving every minute of that. So I'm enjoying life.
All right. So have you heard much of our conversation? Do you have any tips to give on collecting? We're talking about collecting information at this time.
You know, I'm kind of new at that as far as getting the emails. I've always gotten them on my regular Gmail site. But now I'm hearing we should have a email like landing page as you were talking about. So I'm kind of new at that and how to do it. So
well, an email company is like Aweber or MailChimp, where you can send out emails where it keeps all your emails together. It's not like where your personal emails and personal contacts are. Okay. But when people get used to seeing you that are not emails from you as a person, you can advertise your posts in them. You can tell them about things going on. you are the person behind the company. You are not the company, but you're the person that they like to see. So they like to know things going on about you. You just moved into a house. You could write an email saying, hey guys, I'm in my new house. I'm so excited. And things are going to be getting back to normal real soon. If you'd like to see a picture of my new house, see my Facebook post, yada, yada, yada. And that's the way you want to keep people informed. And you want to keep things where people look forward to getting emails from you, and that it's not just all about what the new special is or what's on sale. Because people get that all the time. How many, you can't even sit down and watch TV for 10 minutes without 5 minutes of commercials.
True.
You're on the radio. You can't even listen to the radio for 10 minutes without 5 minutes of them talking about something. But the thing about it is the more you understand that you are the brand, that you are the person that the people are connecting with, the more you understand, just like if you listen, does anybody listen to the radio?
In the car.
In the car. Okay. Have you ever heard a commercial where the DJ is talking about something and he says, yes, and you can go to their site at yada, yada, yada and put in the Marcy whatever.
Yeah.
That's an affiliate. That means they get paid for talking about that company.
And also, I listen to podcasts.
Yes.
Even
that is how you are an affiliate marketer and can make money in other ways, because when you build up relationships with people outside and including your company, then you can also talk about other things. You can also represent or encourage people to buy another product that is not in competition with yours.
So when you do that, what type of email, like, name do you use? Do you just use your name? Do you use like some, like, I don't know,
your name? I when I was the Avon lady, I have to tell you, I went by my name for the longest time until I started losing orders because people would Google me and there was another Karen Thomas in the company. There's so many Karen Thomases even online. So if they went to find a rep and they put in Karen Thomas, there were 2 in my state. So I learned to change who I was and I became Avon for You.
Oh, okay.
And so, but that was years and years ago. I mean, now you can use your name and say, I would keep the company out of whatever you do.
Okay.
Because once you build this community or these email customers, they are talking to you. They are not looking to do and be want all this Avon, diarrhea that these companies want to put out all the time. And when I had Avon and they started the email, they emailed people every day. And my customers started unsubscribing because they didn't want stuff every day.
Yeah.
So you want to build your own email list and learn to talk to people about what's going on in your life, vendor events that are coming up, things that you're doing. Hey guys, I'm going to see grandbaby next weekend. I might not be as available, but if you look for my post, or I just did this post about where I'm going with grandbaby. Talk about you. Talk about things going on. Talk about things that are important in your life. Maybe give them some value in there. But with Deb, you do skincare. Here's 3 tips for skincare.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Andrea.
I just want to say that I have to. Yes, I have to leave because my battery is almost dead. So
no problem. Thank you for joining us.
It will be close soon. So
okay.
Bye.
All right. Thank you. you want to talk about even giving them some value in these emails saying, hey guys, I thought you might like to know, or do a post on it. See, the thing is you can do it in a post where you're not talking about maybe a specific brand within your brand, but Avon has, or used to have, like 5 different levels of skincare, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could talk about what the differences are in a post between aging skin, 20-something skin, the differences in skin and what that they might need. Something, information wise. Then you do an email saying, hey guys, I just did a post on the different kinds of skin and the things they might need for keeping us beautiful. Go check it out. So then you're now because how many people see all of your posts? We already know that Facebook doesn't show your post to everybody. So developing an email list gives you the opportunity to promote your own posts, your TikToks, your Instagram.
Okay. And
In
how often should you email them? Just randomly, a couple times a week, or?
I would try. See, I personally would love to do once a week. This is a new thing for me. I'm lucky if I get it done every other week. Life is really busy with helping with my mom and stuff, but just developing it and doing at least once a month will help you. I don't like the idea of having to do one every day, but the more you can keep in personal contact, people are not going to open up your email. Just like Facebook doesn't show all your posts, not everybody's going to open up your email. That's why companies email every day, because they figure people will only open up their email maybe once out of the week. Yeah. So and that's their game. They figure if they can get you once, because most of the time they're saying the same thing or inviting you to the same thing. But getting in a habit of getting the information, even when you're not good, because I'm still not good with creating and doing my emails, but AI is a game changer I've now gotten and asked AI to write me an email about such and such, and it writes me a whole email. AI is a game changer. So I'm learning how to do that. Maybe we can do another chat, or I'll do an event just on AI.
What is AI?
AI is artificial intelligence, but AI
Sorry.
AI goes out and scans all of the stuff and will write or answer any question you have. It's kind of like Google on steroids.
Okay.
All right. If you'd like to see it, I can show, it's 12:08. We'll do another talk. Maybe I'll bring AI up. I have several programs that have AI in it, and I can go in and ask AI, write me a couple paragraphs about the importance of water, drinking 8 glasses of water, and it'll write me a couple paragraphs on the importance of drinking eight ounces, 8 cups of water. It's fabulous. We can cover that in another, because that's a whole big subject all by itself, AI and how AI can change everything. But getting people's information, people don't want to give it out. So you have to come up with ways of giving them something that's worth them giving it to you. And that, is going to differ for everyone at vendor events. If you can get something in their hand, if they can take around with them and maybe get later on, because most any big shows, they always have baggies that they give to them when people come in the doors, right? Then they're sticking stuff in it. Every time they go to a table, they're sticking stuff in these bags, right? So you need to have something that you can give away, a piece of candy. Most people do it. A lot of the ones I saw would do it in a little bag with a couple pieces of candy in the cards. It means putting your kids to work for a couple hours and paying them something to stuff things. or grandchildren, or sitting while you're watching TV and stuffing these things in it. So it's but getting information is getting tougher and tougher these days because of all of the people are bombarded. People are just tired, and that's why posting all of your stuff about what you offer for your company doesn't get you a lot of sales, because you're just another commercial. And we all have great products. We all have great stuff, but how many other companies offer what you offer? People are going to come buy from you because they value what else you give them. So what else you give them is the reasons why things are important. It's building up the information so that they can trust you when you recommend something. Oh, she doesn't want to just sell me. She actually cares that something works for me. And so that's that. When I was in Avon and I did vendor events, I partnered with, I had a massage, a group of girls that were opening up a massage place and spa. And they would give me free gift certificates for me to offer at my vendor tables because they wanted new customers.
Okay.
So you find a mom and pop, find other things you can give away with people saying, I'm getting ready to do a vendor event and I'm looking to see if you would be interested in helping me with a goodie basket to give away. Whatever information I get, I will share that with you. See, they're looking for that information too. So if you can share it, they might be willing to give you $25, $30, $50 worth of free services for the opportunity to get the email and the names and emails.
Okay.
You have to try different things. There is no surefire way of doing anything in these days and times, because there's too many variables and there's too many things that people are having to deal with. When you start getting creative with what is the customer's, when you start looking at it from the customer's experience, it changes the whole ball game. What is the customer, when you give them an Avon book, you know what you want. You want them to look through it and find something they like. If you were a customer getting a brochure, what would you think if it was a company you weren't, I'm saying, that you really didn't have money to buy from all the time? What do you do with all those coupons? What do you do with all of that? So you have to know who your customers are. I got where I rotated giving customer books about every 2 or 3 campaigns. I'd say, hold on to it. It's good for a couple, it's good for the month. And then I would rotate. This month I gave this group, this month I gave the other group. Because not everybody can afford to buy Avon or any kind of product every month.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you best get most out of what you're giving away or doing? And email is one of them, by keeping in touch with people. And I was emailing book links way before Avon had books, the catalogs. I figured out what the link was for each book, and I would email them the book.
Okay.
Way back when. Can't do that now, but because giving away books was expensive. And so you have to find ways that you can reach people, and it's reaching them personally, not as always the Avon lady and what do you need? What can I sell you?
So Maria, do you have one that you use?
One link.
Something that how you contact your people, because I know you're in a different type of, you have a ranch and stuff. So do you incorporate that type of stuff into your emails?
In Messenger.
Messenger, okay.
Be more consistent. So I wrote on my tablet, consistent all the way across the 8 inches.
Okay.
That was where I lacked.
Right, but
So,
not everybody's on Messenger. That's why you need to have
right.
several things. Not everybody's on Facebook, not everybody's on TikTok, not everybody's anywhere. But having a way to get something to people more regular with more different kinds of information rather than just all company based.
Okay.
And somebody just said something to Debbie, you do a good job, but I couldn't read it, popped in and went out. So you do a good job of reaching out to your people. So how do you do it for you, Debbie? I know.
I do a once a month newsletter. It's all about Avon. But then I also on my Facebook, I share a lot about my life on my public Avon Dubs Connect or Dubs Avon Connection page. But it's not just Avon, it's a lot about my life, my grandkids, and things like that. Never thought to do it through Messenger because that's probably more one-on-one. But I see Marcy had put that, thank you. And maybe she can tell you what she sees on how I do that. I think I just do it and don't even realize I'm doing it, because I build the relationships with my followers and customers as if they are a friend. I don't treat any of my customers as a customer. I try to build relationships and friendships with all of them.
Right. And see, now when I was in Avon, I did a newsletter every month, but I also played games with mine. I had jewelry clubs going on. I would do, I would have a little thing I would stick in occasional books that said, you have 25% off. I did $5 little coupons. I would do $5 coupons for Christmas. That I would put in every book that I handed out. I would do that in October and said, here's $5 towards a purchase in the next 2 months. I always had an expiration date on those.
Okay.
But
I know for Easter, I'm doing if you place an order, and I do this on my public Deb's Avon Connection page. And what I'm going to do for from the 1st through the 8th or 9th, whatever Easter is anybody that places an order gets to have their name on an Easter egg, and I color it in on my computer, and then I update it every day. And I've done that for Thanksgiving. I've done it for Christmas. And I almost double my orders in those 2 weeks just because they want to see their name on that. And then I give away a prize at the end when the basket's full of eggs.
right. Isn't it amazing how it doesn't take a lot sometimes? It can be the simplest of things that people appreciate or enjoy getting involved in.
Yep. And then they keep coming back and watching it because they want to see how close we are.
Exactly. So, and those are things that, you build the engagement, and that's keeping your people. Good job, Deb.
Thank you.
That's an excellent. They didn't have any of that when I was doing my Avon business, but the newsletter, I would go and get a pack, 500 copies. I mean, I had a huge Avon business, so they're doing. You have to get outside of your box sometimes of what everybody else is doing and see what other personal thing you can add or give away or do that that creates curiosity within your people.
So go ahead. So at one time, just a month ago, I offered a giveaway and picked people, and there was 4 people that got free sets of nails. Now, I called them, please get a hold of me. I'd love to send you out this free set of nails. And so either they must have thought something was attached, but there was only 2 people that got their nails. I mean, I sent them. I would love to send them, but you can't even give away free, and nobody wants free.
Well, it's you know, I think it's about it's there again. It's the consistency and how often you do something, what people get used to seeing. Deb, you've seen your engagement grow with every holiday that you do that, right?
Correct. Yep.
Because people now are looking forward to what is she going to do this holiday? What little thing is she going to put our names on?
Right.
And so it's, you know, there's so much out there with technology right now. And, you know, I haven't been in the selling game, you know, like that. If I'm in the business, then I'll find a way.
Yeah.
So every business is different. All I know is that there's so much out there that if you start getting creative or you start reading in different groups, ask the question in some of these groups, what are you doing to get people's email addresses? Ask the question in other areas and see if people will respond to you. What are they doing? There's other direct seller groups. There's other places on Facebook and stuff that people are doing stuff. And when you start accessing these other people and information, you come up with, there was a group, I don't even remember where it was when I was doing Avon, and it was another like those tips and tricks group or something. And that's where I learned half of my stuff about giving away the little coupons. I made them look like dollar bills. I learned that in a group, an Avon group, of what other people were doing.
Yeah. And another thing that I do on my Deb's Avon Connection page is for them to join. I tell them to, you know, click the join button. And then I have two questions. I don't even remember, I think, where they're from. And then if they've bought from me before. And then the third question is, please submit your email address so that I know you're not a robot.
Good.
And then they do that. When I see that, I get their email and then I can accept them into the group.
Exactly. You just have to word it in a way that people aren't looking that to know that they're going to get bombarded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love that idea. See, mine to get in my group was I asked for your email. Did I not ask for your email in your group? Ask for the email. You have 3 questions, 4 questions, whatever questions, the email one has to be there. So I asked for emails for being in this group because I want to be able to email you about other things. I don't want to have to make it a post where people may not all see it.
Makes sense.
And so asking or creating a group and making sure that you get mine says to get grit, you know, we want to have we might be sending out freebies or goodies. You know, I want to make sure, you know, what's a good email address for you. I like the one about a robot. That's another good way to say it. You have to give people, if they believe in you enough up front, they won't hesitate. When you're at a vendor event, these people don't know you from Adam.
That's
right? And so you getting something in their hand from you, even if you can get a printer and do an 8, you know how a letter page is, and do it in quarters and cut them up so that you have pieces of paper. Maybe you don't go do business cards from Vistaprint. Maybe you do pieces of paper and fold them over and staple stuff, something in between them. But getting people the information that they may be able to access or give them a way to enter something from a landing page or access you at a different time than the show can make a difference in growing your business. So I hope everybody out there, I hope this has helped you. If you have any ideas or suggestions that you do, we would love to have you, you know, put it in the comments below and let us know what you think. We're all here to help each other. We're not serving the same customers. Share your ideas. You know what I'm saying? We're all here trying to make a difference in our own world. And we as women do not compete with each other. We all bloom. There is so much abundance in this world. There is plenty of business for everyone. Share. We are all here and we are sharing with you. If you have ideas on anything, share them back with us. All right, guys, until next Thursday, Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, where is this?